From a dream stan who thinks he's dream sexual to a dream stan who tries to fight a kid for not liking Dream, these are the craziest dream stans of all time.
And we're crying, crying, crying like a wounded animal.
So one day in the subscribers class, they were all sitting down for lunch, and this kid comes up to them, and he sits down. And this kid, he was a little strange, but nothing too crazy, right? That was until this day, right? So the kid sits down and announces to all of them that he is dream sexual. And real quick, let me just say that this is in no way a dig on any kind of like sexuality or gender preference. At the Connor Pugs channel, I will love you and respect you for however you feel or whatever is you. Just want to make that super clear. Because this kid goes on, because someone says like, hey bro, like what is dream sexual? And he goes on to say, that means that I am only in love with and attracted to Dream. That's it. And everyone's looking at him like, hey bro, what does that even mean, bro? Like, what does that even mean? And they're all just like, kind of like sitting around the table. And this kid's like, yeah, when I go to sleep, the only thing that I think of is Dream. When I wake up, the only thing I think of is Dream. I think of his beautiful, beautiful face. And this is just as soon as he did like the face reveal. So this is a pretty recent story. And he's like, yeah, when he did the face reveal, I literally sat there and caressed my computer screen with love and affection. So obviously everyone around the table is like, hey, yo, bro, what are you saying right now? Like, pause, bro, what? Yeah, and he goes on to say, yeah, so I'm sorry, ladies. The only one that I love is Dream. Yeah, so this kid was, I don't know if he was doing it he was probably doing it for attention. But even if he wasn't, or if he was, the lengths that he went to, as you guys will see very soon, was super extreme. Like, this kid went to the craziest lengths. You know, I'll just tell you. I'm not going to like tell you about it. I'll just tell you exactly what he did. So one day in class, after telling everyone that he is dream sexual and only in love with Dream, which is just such a funny statement, but after saying that, he comes into class and he brings in a life-sized pillow with him. And on the life-size pillow, there is a printed out photo of Dream's face taped onto the top of it. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of those like kind of strange anime body pillows. And if you have one of those, bro, just don't tell anyone. Okay, you know what? If you guys have one of those, do not tell anyone you have it. No, don't. I'm not trying to be, no. Just don't tell anyone. Trust me, I'm going to make your life better. Don't tell anyone you have one of those. And if you don't have one, don't buy one. Anyways, so he brought in one of those like full life-size body pillow type things. So it was a big massive pillow with Dream's face taped onto the front of it. And remember, this is in the middle of class. He sits down in the back of class. He's like, hey guys, thank you so much for accepting the fact that I'm dream sexual yesterday. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a recreation of my future boyfriend Dream. And everyone's like, hey, yo, bro, what? Yeah, so basically this kid brought in a life-size plush of a life-size like Dream body pillow, bro. He brought it into math class. So the subscriber's just looking at him like, it's 8 a.m. Oh my God. Dude, it's 8 a.m. Please, bro, please. Anyways, right. So sure enough, right, he's sitting in the back of the class. And he's most likely doing this for attention, but it's still a funny story. And he's just sitting there, and he's just caressing the Dream body pillow, and he's whispering into it. And the subscriber is trying to pay attention in math class. Look, it's not like the subscriber liked math class. I mean, who really does like math class? But he was just trying to pay attention, bro. He was just trying to give it his all. And yeah, but he couldn't pay attention to learning how to, factor polynomials, because all he could hear was, hello, Danny Dream. Kind of like whispering into like the body pillow's ear. And the subscriber turns around and he's like, bro, cut it out. And the guy whispers back, so you're not accepting of me? So you're not accepting of my preferences? That's really offensive, man. I'm going to tell the principal. And I mean, obviously this kid's just like really just trying to troll everyone right now. But he decides to take the trolling to a new extreme. An extreme that was a little bit too crazy, right? So in the middle of class, when the teacher turns, like, because like remember, he's sitting pretty far in the back. But he goes way too crazy. He throws the dream body pillow onto the floor and hops on top of it and starts like making out with the dream body pillow. And bro's just like, oh yeah, Daddy Dream, I love you so much. And he doesn't whisper anymore. He's full on straight up yelling this. He's like humping the freaking dream body pillow in the middle of this class, and everyone's looking around like, bro, it's 8 in the morning, dude. It's 8 in the morning. I'm just trying to be in class. What is my life? Yeah, so sure enough, everyone turns around because this is a massive scene, and they just see some freaking random kid like humping a dream body pillow on the floor, and obviously no one's gonna look at this, be like, typical day in Ohio, and then like turn back around. No, they're gonna say something about it, dude. So sure enough, all the kids are like, oh my God, like some girl starts like screaming or whatever. A bunch of kids are laughing because it's like ridiculous. That's when the teacher turns around, sees what's going on, and is like just staring at it for like a good 5 seconds. Like the teacher doesn't react immediately because he's probably thinking to himself, okay, I'm fairly certain that in the how-to guide to be a teacher, they never covered what to do if one of your students is humping a dream life-sized body pillow, loudly moaning and screaming, I love you, Daddy Dream, in the middle of class. Believe it or not, that is not normally covered in the manual of how to be a teacher, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. I feel like that is a very common occurrence that happens all the time. And if you're a teacher and you haven't dealt with that before, then you're obviously not a teacher, bro. You're lying. But anyways, after about 5 seconds, the teacher's like, Jonathan, let's say his name's Jonathan. Jonathan, what on earth are you doing right now? And like Jonathan looks up, he's like, you can't be mad at me. This is just my preference, bro. I love Daddy Dream. Which is just such a lame excuse. So obviously the teacher is like, no. And the teacher goes over, like picks him up. It's like, you're going to the front office. You're a distraction in the middle of the class doing something super inappropriate and he looks down. And I think the teacher thought this was just some like big pillow. And he looks down at the pillow and there's like it's the photo of Dream's face just taped onto it. And the teacher looks down at him and he just looks at Jonathan with this look of, why? Why, bro? What even is this? Yeah, so sure enough, he sends Jonathan to the front office, and the teacher, like, attempts to go back to teaching, but obviously it's pretty hard to go back to teaching, or at least have the class's attention after a kid literally is humping and screaming a body pillow of Dream in the middle of class. Just typical day in Ohio, I guess. And if you thought that this Dream stand was crazy, wait until you see the next one. So anyways, there's a kid in the subscribers class who was a very big Dream stan. And first of all, there's nothing wrong with liking Dream or the content he makes. I really don't care. Also, I'm not talking about any like Twitter stuff that was been going on. Just generally liking someone's content, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. In fact, like back in like 2019 when Dream first started posting those manhunts, I didn't really watch any Minecraft content, but I watched some of those videos and I was like, dang, these are pretty entertaining. So nothing intrinsically wrong with liking those videos, right? However, there was a girl in the subscribers class who took things way too far. So basically, every single day in class, the subscriber would notice that the girl, we're just going to call the Dream Stan, right, would just be watching Dream's Minecraft manhunt videos. And which is, like, fine to watch stuff in class and not pay attention. I mean, fine meaning you will not do well in class, most likely. But if you're prepared for that, then, I mean, it's your life, I guess. But, I mean, for the respect for your parents, try and do okay in school, at least. But anyways, this girl would legitimately just be watching the entire Dream, would just be watching Dream videos. Dream SMP highlights, Dream SMP full stream, Dream Minecraft manhunt. Just be watching Dream content every single day in class. And, like, literally, she would pick up her phone when she was done watching, like, in class, put in her AirPods. Actually, her AirPods were in the whole time, or headphones or whatever. She would just pick up her phone and walk out of class in the middle of watching her Dream, like, SMP stream, and she would just keep on watching the stream and just keep on walking, bro. Yeah. So she would walk from class to class watching Dream videos, sit down in class, sit down in the back of the class, and then continue to watch Dream videos. It was as if she was, like, at home just watching videos by herself, but in class because she had to, right? And that's okay, I guess. I mean, you should probably pay a little bit of attention. I mean, try and, like, bro, at least try. I don't know, man. But anyways, the craziest thing with this story was in an exam. All right, so basically, there was an exam in a class that the subscriber had with this dream stand. It was the class that he had with her that she never paid attention in. But basically, there was an extremely strict, like, no phones, no electronics, not even, like, an Apple Watch or something like that. Not even, like, I don't know, like, you couldn't even use a calculator, right? Nothing with technology, electronics, anything like that was allowed during the exams. And this was just basically to be like, okay, we want to make sure that you're not cheating or anything. And the way that we perceive cheating is like any connection to the internet, because we don't understand the newest like cheats or hacks that kids will have. So you cannot have any access to the internet or anything like that. Basically, you were asked to put your phone in a bag, or like, first of all, not bring it into the classroom. There's a bin outside you could put your phone in, and you were required to put your phone in. You couldn't bring your computer in, couldn't do anything like that. So anyways, it was the day of the exam for the subscriber in the dream stand, and the subscriber watches as, first of all, he goes up in line, and the teacher's like, all right, you got number 2 pencil? He's like, I got 2 of them. He's like, all right, there's scratch paper inside. Don't bring anything else in. And yeah. So sure enough, and he walks in and he puts his phone in the container or whatever. And the dream stand was right behind the subscriber. And he watches he listens as the teacher says, all right, put your phone in. And the dream stand's like, I didn't bring a phone. And the teacher's like, are you sure? And the dream stand says, yes. And the teacher isn't going to like check her pockets or something like that. But he's like, okay, whatever. The thing is, right, the dream stand did bring her phone, but her plan was that she was going to go into class and she was just going to watch dream videos instead of doing the final exam. But she had to be a little sneaky about it. Or like not final exam, but big exam. This wasn't like the end of the year or anything like that. So sure enough, she walks into class and they all sit down and they're giving out the exams or whatever. And the subscriber is sitting behind the dream stand, since they were like assigned seats for the exam where you could sit literally anywhere else for like normal class. And he watches, okay, the teacher goes around, gives out the exams, and he watches as the dream stand fishes around in her pocket. And when the dream stand is fishing around in her pocket, she pulls out her phone. And the subscriber's like, oh my God, is she going to cheat? Like, the first thing that went through the subscriber's mind is that, okay, this girl obviously didn't pay attention or care in class. So she's probably looking at these questions on the exam and being like, dang, I have no idea about any of these, right? Which, fair enough, I guess. I mean, next time study, I don't know. But sure enough, the subscriber was wrong here. Because the dream stand, in fact, was not going on here to cheat, because the dream stand pulled out Apple earbuds, connected them to her phone, and put earbuds in and started playing a dream video. Yeah, and the subscriber quickly glances at her test sheet, and she literally just filled in the A bubble, because it was multiple choice, for every single answer within like 2 minutes. So basically the dream stand was just spamming down answers randomly so that she could start watching dream videos. So at first, like, the subscriber's like, you're an actually idiot, bro. You're an actual fool, bro. What are you doing right now? Like, your mother is not going to be happy. But sure enough, right, the teacher notices that the student, the dream stand, has earbuds in and a phone out. So the teacher walks up and, like, kind of taps her on the shoulder, and she looks up all startled or whatever, and she's watching a dream video, and the teacher's like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take your exam now. Like, there's the very strict, like the phone policy or whatever, the electronic policy. I asked you at the front door if you had one, and you said no, so you not only, like, could be cheating right now, but you also lied to me. I'm going to also ask you to follow me to the front office. So the dream stand tries to explain, but I'm just watching YouTube videos, which is just like, okay, why are you watching them during an exam? Get up and leave if you're done, right? Which, that was the craziest thing. Like, the dream stand could have just, like, put in random answers, then got up and left. But no, they needed to watch more dream videos. So, yeah, the dream stand, I don't know exactly. The subscriber who submitted this story doesn't know exactly what the punishment was. But basically, I mean, she was caught cheating, and she also was caught lying, which, punishment's pretty bad for that stuff. So, yeah, and if you thought that this dream stand was a little bit ridiculous, you are not ready. You are simply not prepared for this final dream stand that blows all the other dream stands completely out of the water. So this final story is crazy. Anyways, so once again, the subscriber, his friends, and this new dream stand were all sitting at a table for lunch. And they were having a discussion about internet creators. They were just talking about, like, who they liked, who they didn't like, who they thought was, like, fun to watch. Like, one kid was like, oh, I love Speed, I show Speed, whatever. Another kid's like, oh, well, just talking about, like, YouTubers and TikTokers and those people and Twitch streamers that they all liked. So this one kid was a huge Dream stan. Huge fan of Dream, right? Which is totally fine. Once again, I've said this before, it really doesn't matter. But he basically says, oh, I'm a huge fan of Dream and the Dream SMP. And that's when another kid, not the subscriber, but a friend of the subscriber, is like, oh, Dream sucks and the whole Dream SMP is lame. Which, maybe you shouldn't be trashing on things that people like, but also it's not that deep. So I have a position where you probably shouldn't, but also who cares? Literally, who cares? If you said, I like Connor Pugs, and someone says, oh, his videos suck, then okay. Difference of opinion. It's not that deep. But the Dream stan took it extremely personally. And the Dream's like, hey, you can't be talking about Dream that way. And like the subscriber's friend, we're just going to call this guy Ben. So Ben is the friend who said the Dream sucks. And then the Dream stan is obviously the guy who likes Dream. Ben is all like, bro, it's not that deep, bro. Like, who cares? Like, his stuff sucks, but you can like it. It's fine. And the Dream stan's like, no. I am not letting you get away with such slander like that. And the subscriber is just kind of sitting there like, why is this heating up? And Ben's like, dude, his stuff sucks. Like, get over it. Like, whatever. You can like crap content, but that's not my fault. So obviously, like, I don't think Ben was trying to de-escalate it either, but the Dream stan really wasn't helping. And the Dream stan's like, bro, that is like, you can't talk about my mother, my father, or Dream like that. That's the line I draw. Which bro really just said that, like, you can't talk smack about my family or Dream. Bro, did you really put Dream at the same level as your mom or dad? Like, I can kind of understand it when, like, someone says something disrespectful about someone else's, like, mom or dad, and then they can get angry about it. Personally, I don't take it that seriously, especially if the person wasn't being that serious. Like, if someone says a joke, I might kind of give them a look of, like, bro. But I'm not going to, like, become a massive meathead and be like, whoa. Like, obviously, that person was just, like, a stupid, and it was, like, a dumb joke or whatever. But I can understand that. Like, people that, like, get upset about that stuff, I can understand it a lot. I just don't take it that personally. But getting that upset about Dream, bro. So the kid literally, the Dream stan, stands up and is like, bro, I'm going to give you a count of 3 to take that back right now. And Ben is just looking at him like, okay, count to 3 then. And the Dream stands like, 1. I'm warning you, dude. I'm warning you. You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke. And, the kid's just looking at him like, Ben's just like, bro, give me the frickin' smoke then. And the Dream stands like, no, 2? I'm warning you, bro. You don't want it. And, Ben's like, okay, actually, I think I do want it, actually. And Dream stands like, 3? One more chance, bro. Take that back and say Dream is awesome. And Ben is like, dude, no. The Dream stan walks over to Ben and is just like standing above him, trying to be as menacing as possible. And Ben turns to the subscriber and is literally in the middle of saying, look at this kid, man. When boom, the kid literally slaps him across the face. The Dream stan slaps Ben across the face so hard that Ben literally falls out of his seat onto the ground. So everyone around the table just goes dead silent with shock. They honestly just can't believe that they just saw they just can't believe their own eyes at this point. This kid got so mad that another kid said Dream makes trash content that he literally smacked a kid so hard across the face that this kid fell onto the ground. And Ben is like, oh, what the bro, why? Because, like, this Dream stan guy wasn't even that, first of all, you shouldn't be doing this anyways, but this Dream stan guy wasn't, like, that close with these guys. It was kind of like a random group of guys that kind of, like, were sitting together, and this Dream stan was just becoming friends with these guys. Like, sure, look, if that really offends you, oh no, you made fun of Daddy Dream, right? If that really does offend you, maybe talk to him after the fact and just be like, hey man, I really would appreciate if you spoke poorly on Dream. I mean, low-key, I might laugh at you, but then I wouldn't want to upset you constantly. Like, I'd find it, like, stupid, but I also just wouldn't make fun of it. And that's a much better plan or strategy than just literally karate chop slapping this guy across the face. However, right, the thing is, this was really bad timing for the Dream stan because the school security guard happened to be chilling, getting lunch himself, and he saw this. So all of a sudden, within, 30 seconds, the Dream stan has, both of his arms put behind his back forcefully, and he's like, who is it? And, the Dream stan looks around, and the school security guard is just like, dude, Or I don't know if he says dude, but he's like, I just saw you assault this other student. That's clearly against school rules. You're coming with me. So the Dream Stand was escorted out of the place, and yeah, he actually got suspended for 2 days. Moral of the story is don't slap people out because they don't like Dream, bro. What? Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just